At 3 in the morning, the world feels thinner, quieter, almost hollow. Most people sleep through that hour without ever realizing how fragile their safety really is. But for a small number of people, that hour is the moment they discover something standing on the other side of their door, watching, waiting, and sometimes returning. Tonight, you'll hear 3 incidents recorded by Ring cameras. Incidents that investigators still can't fully explain. And the deeper you listen, the more you will understand why some people never feel safe in their own homes again. It begins with a woman in Texas. April 2023. She lived alone in a quiet neighborhood, the kind of place where nothing unusual ever happens. But one night, her phone vibrated with a ring alert. Movement detected. She wasn't expecting anyone. She hesitated before opening the live feed, and later she would say she wished she never had. In the video, just barely lit by her porch light, stood a man facing her door. He was so still that at first she thought the camera had frozen. But then she noticed something subtle. His chest rising so slowly that it was almost imperceptible. He wasn't blinking, not once. His eyes were wide open, watching her door, watching her. She whispered to herself, "Who is that? Why is he here?" But then he leaned forward just enough for the camera to catch half of his face. His mouth was slightly open, like he was about to speak, but nothing came out. He lifted his hand and gently touched the doorknob, not to turn it, just to feel it, as if he wanted to know whether someone was awake on the other side. He stood like that for a full minute, completely still, eyes locked on the door, hand resting on the metal. Experts later analyzed the footage and confirmed that during the entire clip, the man didn't blink a single time, not once. Humans blink involuntarily every few seconds, unless they are highly trained or deeply unstable. The fingerprint he left behind didn't match anyone in any database, and the man has never been seen again. But the woman is convinced of one thing. He wasn't looking at her door. He was looking through it. The second case is even stranger. June 2022, Michigan. A man named Chris was sitting in his living room when he heard the familiar Ring notification. Motion detected at his door. He opened the app casually, expecting to see a raccoon or maybe the wind setting off the sensor. Instead, he saw a person wearing all black, standing silently with a box in their hands. The stranger placed the box on the doorstep but didn't ring the bell, didn't knock, didn't move away. They just stared at the door, head slightly tilted, like they were listening for something on the other side. Then they walked away. No truck, no delivery van, no vehicle at all. Confused, Chris rewound the footage, and that's when he saw it. 2 minutes before approaching the door, the stranger had walked past the side of the house, without holding anything. No box, nothing in their hands. So where did the box come from? When the police arrived, they opened the package. Inside, there was nothing but a single piece of cardboard with words scratched into it from the inside. Not written, scratched. The message said, "I was checking if you were home." Neighbors later reported seeing a tall, thin figure moving between houses that night, but no clear face, no car, and no explanation. That person was never identified, and the box remains one of the most unsettling pieces of evidence investigators have ever logged. But the third case is the one that still keeps experienced officers awake at night. December 2023, Florida. A couple was watching a movie when their Ring camera recorded a sudden scream. It was short, less than a second, but unmistakably human. The couple froze. They rewound the footage, but the video showed no one standing at the door, and the night looked completely empty. Police searched the area and found nothing. The couple couldn't sleep, so around 5 a.m., they reviewed the footage again, frame by frame. And that's when they saw it. In the top corner of the frame, barely visible, something tall moved past their window in a single unnatural glide. Too tall to be a person, too fast to be walking, and strangely distorted in shape. A neighbor's camera provided an even clearer fragment, a dark, elongated figure, crossing their yard around the same minute the scream was recorded. It was estimated to be nearly 7 feet tall, with what looked like an abnormally long neck bent slightly forward, as if scanning the ground as it moved. No missing persons were reported that night, No neighbors were outside, and no footprints were found, except for the marks discovered the next morning on the couple's front doorstep. Long, root-like scratches carved into the wood, dragged downward, as if something had tested the door. Something with fingers, or something very similar to fingers. All three incidents share one chilling truth. The cameras captured only a fraction of what was happening, only the moments the unknown allowed itself to be seen. And if these cameras hadn't recorded anything, none of these people would ever have known how close it had come, how long it had watched, or whether it plans on returning. Because the scariest part about Ring cameras isn't what they capture, it's what they almost capture.